RHOBH's Kyle Richards bled for show amid sister drama. Has RHOBH star Kyle Richards bled for the show, especially between her broken marriage and sister drama? She is currently dealing with her sister, Kim Richards' relapse and 5150 psychiatric hold. At the same time, she has had to watch her estranged husband, Mauricio Umansky, move on with a new woman. Yet she has kept on filming. Does that make her the most dedicated cast member, or is she just doing her job? Keep reading for more details. Kyle Richards bled for RHOBH. When RHOBH began 14 years ago, Kyle Richards was an OG cast member alongside her older sister, Kim Richards. They had their issues, especially with Kim's history of alcohol abuse. Kyle enjoyed being a mother and an occasional actress, plus she doted on her husband, Mauricio Umansky. As the seasons went on, Kyle supported Mauricio's decision to leave the family real estate business and branch out on his own. This caused issues between Kyle and her older sister, Kathy Hilton, but she was loyal to her husband. Then, the couple combated cheating rumors as Kim's sobriety continued to weigh heavy until season 7. Kyle's friendship with Lisa Vanderpump blew up in season 10, so her focus has continued to be on work, her kids, and her marriage. Then, Kyle embarked on a sobriety and fitness journey and befriended country singer Morgan Wade, which sparked romance rumors. In season 13, Kyle and Mauricio called it quits, and she was unsure if she would return for season 14. She did and was honored with Us Weekly's Reality TV Star of the Year. At the event, Kyle Richards posed alongside close friend and RHOBH alum Teddy Mellencamp. Teddy shared a glam snap of the two on Instagram with the caption, "Kyle is now the longest-lasting cast member of the show." However, some fans felt she was being slightly evasive in season 13 when it came to her marriage and Morgan Wade. Standing strong amid sisterly drama. Though Kyle Richards was unsure if she would return for season 14, she was allegedly given an ultimatum. She would have to be transparent about everything in her life or leave. Clearly, she gave in because she is back. Yet, as filming has come to an end, her sister, Kim Richards, was placed on a psych hold after a relapse. Kyle wishes that she could have dealt with her sisterly drama privately. She has had fights with both Kim and Kathy Hilton on camera, and now this happened. However, Kyle has acknowledged that she cannot expect to live a hidden life. So has she bled for the show? Fans weighed in. Bled? She does it by choice and gets paid. Then they proceeded to tell the ladies how amazing they looked. So all in all, it was a successful night, and it will be interesting to see what Kyle brings to the table for season 14. In the glittering, high-stakes world of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, diamonds are forever, but family scars run deeper. For 13 seasons, Kyle Richards has been more than a mainstay of the Bravo juggernaut. She's been its beating heart. With her iconic long brunette locks, tearful confessionals, and designer-laden presence, Kyle has become synonymous with RHOBH. But behind the glam, the private jets, and the honey, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but moments, there's a more sobering reality. Kyle Richards bled for this show, emotionally, spiritually, and perhaps irreparably, especially when it came to her family. At the core of Kyle's Housewives journey has been a storyline far more compelling than any Botox brawl or Fox friendship feud. It's a saga rooted in blood, her blood, shared with two equally famous sisters, Kim Richards and Kathy Hilton. The drama wasn't a subplot. It was a Greek tragedy written in Louboutins and confessional tears. When Kyle joined RHOBH in 2010, the audience saw a devoted wife, doting mother, and most significantly, the younger sister of Kim Richards, former child star and a housewife in her own right. But what began as sisterly affection quickly descended into chaos. The infamous limousine in season 1 is now Housewives canon. Kyle, emotionally spent, turned to Kim and delivered the line heard around the Bravo sphere. "You're an alcoholic." It wasn't just reality TV gold. It was heartbreak laid bare. A raw, unscripted moment that set the tone for the next decade. Kyle wasn't just living her truth, she was sacrificing it. For the show, for the audience, for the diamond. The fallout was immediate and enduring. Though the sisters reconciled over the years, their relationship remained fraught, always one cocktail party or confession away from imploding. Kyle bore the brunt. While Kim's struggle with sobriety became a central storyline, Kyle shouldered the weight of family loyalty versus public perception. Critics accused her of exploiting Kim's addiction for airtime. Fans praised her for her honesty. Kyle, meanwhile, was quietly bleeding, her wounds hidden under layers of channel and composure. And just when the storm with Kim began to calm, Season 11 ushered in a new tempest, Kathy Hilton. Kathy's entrance to the RHOBH universe was, at first, a breath of fresh Beverly Hills air. She was quirky, disarming, and had a peculiar penchant for calling staff Patrick. But behind the scenes, another familial fracture loomed. What followed was a dramatic spiral that peaked during a cast trip to Aspen, a place ironically known for its healing retreats and crystalline calm. But for the Richards sisters, it became a battleground. Accusations flew. Kathy reportedly had a meltdown off camera, and Kyle, once again, was caught in the emotional wreckage. As castmate Lisa Rinna stoked the flames, Kyle struggled to hold her family together while still doing her job, delivering compelling reality TV. For Kyle, the show was never just about drama. It was a double-edged sword. The very platform that elevated her also exposed her. Every birthday party, every holiday, every tearful dinner was a tightrope walk between entertainment and emotional disintegration. "I have bled for this show," Kyle reportedly said, a statement that echoes with truth far beyond the metaphor. Because she has. Not in the physical sense, perhaps, but in the way that truly matters, emotionally. She opened her life, her heart, and her most sacred relationships to scrutiny, ridicule, and applause. Few cast members across the Real Housewives multiverse have sacrificed so much on camera. Many bring drama, some bring humor. Kyle brought her soul. Watching her breakdowns became almost ritualistic. The trembling voice, the vulnerable eyes, the desperate plea for peace in a world designed for conflict. And yet, through it all, she stayed. For 13 seasons, she stayed. Even as her marriage to Mauricio Umansky began to falter under public gaze, Kyle pressed forward. She remained a diamond holder, even when the cost was her family, her peace, and perhaps even her sense of self. The line between reality and reality TV blurred until it wasn't clear whether Kyle was performing or simply surviving. Still, Kyle never painted herself as a victim. She never leaned into martyrdom. In true Hollywood fashion, she did what many stars do when the pressure mounts. She got stronger. The gym became her sanctuary. Sobriety, her new clarity. Friendships shifted. Priorities, too. But what remained was that resilient sparkle in her eye, the subtle nod that said, "I'm not done yet." Now, as rumors swirl about her stepping away or evolving her role on the show, fans are left to wonder, what does Kyle Richards owe to RHOBH? And what does it owe her? After all, Kyle didn't just participate in the show. She was the show. She was its emotional compass, its moral center, its constant. Her journey, from little sister to lead diamond, was a masterclass in vulnerability. Not always graceful, often messy, but always real. It's easy to forget, in the age of memes and reunion show shade, that behind the glam and gossip are real people. Kyle Richards reminded us of that. She bled, yes, but in doing so, she made us feel. And in a world as curated as Beverly Hills, that might just be the most valuable diamond of all.